Hey everyone! So, we're going to write again today. That's something that's obvious because it says let's write together. I'm done with work. I haven't written anything yet. I was home pretty late. I'm always home pretty late. It feels like it's not going so great. Not at my job, I love my job, but it's just I get home and then I eat and then I sit here and then I wonder why? Why am I so tired? And it's just because, yeah, well, life's busy. I think everyone knows that at this point. I think everyone's life is a bit busy. But that's okay. We're here, we're going to do something useful with our time. And afterwards, I'm going to bed because I'm tired. I see Tootsie, I see Toot is here. I'm confused. Why can't I see my chat? But Toot says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Toot. How are you? Oh, if I do it like this, I can show my stream, my words, my people, my people. Don't know what I'm doing wrong, but well, I just like it when it's down there, so it doesn't look like I'm just being confused and talking. We're going to sprint today, and normally I'm not a huge fan of people who are just munching away everything during their stream because I get hungry when I see other people eat. But for today, I have a lot of special stuff laying around, and maybe I should explain a bit. I ordered some stuff online, a lot of candy. So it's all American candy. I believe it's all American candy. So I have this little plate with a few candies and this huge cakey thing. I'm not sure how I'm going to eat this, but I'll find out somewhere. So I was really happy that I ordered this stuff a week ago, and even though I'm trying to watch my weight, yes, if you see this plate, you won't believe that, but I am working on my weight. I think I'm losing weight. I don't know because the gyms aren't open, but I'm counting calories and it's going pretty good. I started in the beginning of December, I believe, and I can wear pants that I couldn't wear before. So I'm happy. But I got a little plate of some candies because I got them today, got home, had dinner, and now I'm here. So I can try them and I have to wait until tomorrow if I don't eat them now. Yes. But then I was very happy because my boyfriend, who's in the room next to me, he really loves these little vampire candies and some bears, some sour bears. And I decided to order them also, and I didn't tell them. So just before I started streaming, I was like, "Hey, this is for you," because even though he doesn't watch my streams, because he doesn't like to write, and why should you watch something you don't like? He always is there when I wanted to start YouTube. Next day, he did a really long research about what kind of camera was cheap enough so I wouldn't feel guilty to quit, but also good enough to work with. When I said I wanted to do my first live stream, next day he had 4 or 5 options for webcams because I really wanted a webcam to stand there and right here because otherwise when I'm writing you're looking at my face all the time and it scares me off. So I'm happy, I gave him some candy, he's happy. And then I came here and he was walking right behind me and I was like, what are you doing? And then I saw this on my desk. So our local fish market, or yeah, it's a food truck with fish. They have a lot of kinds of fish, but since this week they sell sushi, so he bought a little bit of sushi because he wanted to cheer me on for my live stream, which is really romantic. So I have a lot of food here, but well, I would say grab something yourself and enjoy something nice to eat for while we're writing. Let's see. I lost my mouse again. That's something new because I'm here and I'm there. It says, boom, 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 can't open it. Why can't I open this? Wait, if I open it this way, then put this on. Otherwise, I'm just going to read this. I'm so confused with my computer sometimes. Oh, and now it's there. Ah, Dude says, doing fine, thank you. I have to get some work in today as I slacked a bit yesterday. Weather was nice, so took a long walk in the evening to think about the story I'm writing. Healthy, very healthy choice. I didn't do anything yesterday. I wanted to write, didn't write a lot, but I love it when people are motivated to go for a walk or go to the gym or do all those healthy options. That's even better than writing, I believe. But I hope that you'll have some new ideas to write about today. And you says it sounds like a nice boyfriend. Yeah, he is. We're going to do some writing sprints because that's why we're here. And I need to check if I open it this way because, well, I'm still getting used to having two screens. Something else about my very nice boyfriend. I was like, I want two screens. But because of COVID, everything what has to do with computers is extremely expensive. And he bought a very good working computer a few months ago because he's really good in making all those happy things. He can make, I don't know, walls. He was going to make walls tonight. That's what he said. But he's working in a program. My intro for my normal videos, you have those books falling. He made that, and that was something that he made when he just started working with the program. I was like, I want a new intro, and he started to figuring out that program. So he made me that, and now he's working on something that really looks like my writing room. So you enter the door, walk across my bookshelf, and then you come into the room, and there will be signs like, "Hey, I'm writing," or "Hey, I'm reading," or "Hey, I'm doing something, going out." I don't know what I'm doing, but he's very creative in that way, and I don't know why I was telling you this. I seriously can't remember. Oh, I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. I'm going to get a card. We're going to write. We're going to be useful. I'm going to eat my sushi while writing and eat my other candy. And I hope we have a long one. Mostly because my sister isn't here and she's complaining that I always do very long writing sprints. And then I see people do these Pomodoro writing sprints for 11 hours, and then I think, how are you doing this? Okay, this is a good one. We've got 28 minutes on the clock, and we have this guy, man, gentleman, I think it is, standing and looking. I don't know what he's looking at. Um, but it says, Heer, dit is de kaartenkoning. Heer, breng u vreugde of verdriet, naar gij er schone tekens of droeve rondom ziet. Okay, I really hate these cards because they don't make sense. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to try and translate it anyhow, and then we're going to write for 28 minutes. So here it could be lord, it could be king, it could be gentleman. Something, it's somewhere around here. It's this is the card king. He brings joy or sadness. Uh, when you look, it matters if you see nice or sad cards around it. I think that's what they mean because it says if you see happy or clean or sad things around it, but I think around it is around the cards. I'm So confused with these cards. But that doesn't matter. I really believe that someday I will understand my own language well enough to become a fortune teller. Oh, this is really terrible. I'm still in love with a new deck that I saw and buy them. I'm going to buy them one day. Not sure when I'm going to buy them. I'm not sure if it's healthy for my wallet to buy them, but we're going to buy them anyway because why not? I'm going to put the timer on 28 minutes so that we can start when I have everything ready. I just need to change my banner, but I lost the thingy where I could do it. That's the. Oh, I was talking about it because I have a new screen. That was why I'm talking about my boyfriend. I got this screen. It's a television. It's really a television screen, not a computer screen. From my parents years ago to watch television on my room in my room when I was still living at home. But I just wanted to use it for as long as I don't have a new computer screen, because one day my boyfriend will buy very nice computer screens really for working with this program and with colors and stuff. And I don't know, he's the IT guy, I'm more of the weird person in the house. But when he buys that, I'm going to get his screen that he's using right now, but for so long I'm using this screen so you don't watch me right in the face when I'm writing. That's why I also bought the webcam. Okay, that was what I wanted to tell before I wanted to start writing. I'm a bit all over the place, but really, really in a good mood today. I'm going to put on some music because I can't write without. And when I'm writing, I will put off my sounds so you can write to your own music or to whatever you like to write to. Maybe you like to write in silence, maybe you're somewhere fun and writing with other people around. Don't know where you are, but just enjoy the silence because you won't hear me and my students would be happy to. And with that said, we're going to write 28 minutes on and with that we're going to write 28 minutes on the clock, and I'll see you all in almost half an hour. Time's up. I lost my mouse again. So let's see. I wrote a bit over 700 words. That is something that I can see right away because I can see how much I had on the clock before I started. So I wrote 752 words, which makes me very happy. 752. Let's put this back. Oh, nope, 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 help. Let's put this back on and let's put the timer. That's back. Total words this camp. That's the other thing that I need to change. 91. So these are my current goals. Dude says, nice, I got 698 words in. Very nice, dude. I love it that you have almost the same writing pace as I have. I know some people complain that I write very fast, or complain. Some people say that I write very fast. I know that some other people that I watch on YouTube write way faster than me, so I don't think I write that fast, but I always like it when there is someone that's around the same pace as me. So I have the idea that my progress and their progress is a bit the same. So for my story, it's going pretty well. I think that I can finish it this month. I still have 8 days left and I have a few vacation days, so that will be something. There's my mouse. Dude says, how's your story progressing? Yeah, like I said, it's going pretty well. I'm almost at the end, so my main character will have her babies in around 8 to 10 weeks, I believe. So there's one major plot point coming up right away, and I need to write that in my next writing sprint. Only if we have 2 minutes, then I can't get to there. But if we have a normal writing sprint around 20 minutes, then I can get there. And at that point, the antagonist, so the guy who is possibly the father, but isn't the father, or is the father, the guy who's possibly the father decides that he doesn't want to take the children away from her. That's what I wanted to say. He is the father, the other guy is also the father. Long story short, I already told this last time, I believe you were here, but that's somewhere that I'm currently at. So that made me happy. I finished my sushi, by the way, before we're starting a new writing sprint. I finished my sushi. It was amazing. So I don't know. I think it's expensive because uh, that food truck has a lot of expensive stuff. It's not the cheapest, but it's very nice. Yeah, I put it down here because I had it on my desk, and this thing was just screaming my name, which was really irritating because I wanted to write. And if I don't see the candy, I won't eat the candy as fast. That's something that I've learned from past me. So I'm going to take this one for the next sprint. And this makes a very messy stuff. It's something that smells like Coca-Cola, but it has a sugary layer on it, and well, I opened it. It gives like a poof of sugar out of it, and after that, I gave my boyfriend a candy of these to try them, and he dropped them, and his shirt was white, his pants were white. Don't feed your boyfriend because they make a terrible mess of themselves. It's quiet today. I don't really care because I'm mostly here for my own writing. But, dude, I'm happy that you are here. So, I'm not alone. But I'm just joking around. We're going to do our second writing sprint of the day. And I'm going to pick a card, pick a card, pick a card. Let's see, how long are we writing? Not sure if I'm going to get to the next plot point. Because we have 9 minutes on the clock. And this is this other stupid card that is really weird to translate. So I'm going to read it in Dutch and then translate it and then be confused, okay? So, ruiker. Die lieflijke ruiker van bloemen, schoon en fris, spreekt slechts van blijde dingen en niet van droefenis. So, ruiker would translate to smeller or something that smells. The lovely smell of flowers, clean and fresh, speaks of happy things and not of sadness. So, okay. Dude says, I'm also progressing nicely. Yes, now I can tap it on. Now, I know that you are working on your detective novel. Seriously, if it's out, I really want to read it, but that's not the point. Last time you said that you had a detective searching for a woman or a person. I don't know if it was a woman, but a person who was still alive at that point. But you didn't know if you should get another person missing. She was kidnapped. Yeah, I believe she was kidnapped. But you said you had another person and you wondered if you should kidnap someone else, so your detective would get more clues. I know that you were struggling with that. How are you feeling about that right now? Is your main character, or is your detective getting more clues? Is someone else kidnapped? First time I heard about your story, I was thinking about what's that song? It's one of my favorite songs. It's from Falco. Oh, Genie. I don't know if you know this song. It's a very old one. It's about. Seriously, there's a lot of discussion what it's about. So this guy Falco, I believe he's from. He's not from Germany. I believe he's from Austria. I'm not sure, but he sings about a song. He sings a song, and you also hear this news fair person telling that there's a woman missing at the end, and it's both in English and in German, and I love it. I love that song. I listen to it at least once a week. But I thought of that story because she's missing, and is she still alive? Isn't she alive? Well, maybe you know this song. Maybe you don't know and you think she's a bit crazy. I am a bit crazy. Can't help it. Let's see. I decided to stick with one missing person for now. I'm going to ask this for the next sprint because I'm curious, but maybe you want to get some words in before you want to chat. I don't know. But what I'm wondering is, you have your antagonist, so I think your antagonist is the guy who kip snaps, who kid. Oh my god, I can't get out of my words. Who kidnaps this person. So I'm wondering, do you have a motive yet, or is he just crazy, having sociopathic or sociopathic problems, or is he, I don't know, like, is he stalking her or him before? Can't remember if it's a guy or a girl who's missing. He said he got some new clues when checking some last seen locations. Okay, that's pretty vague. But hey, writing a detective is very vague. We're going to write for 9 minutes. And I think I'm going to listen to Genie now because I'm in the mood to listen to Genie now, but I'm always in the mood to listen to that song. I really believe it's, even though a lot of people aren't happy with the song, I think it's amazing. But we're going to write for 9 minutes because if we're going to start talk about this song, I will talk about it for hours, and that's not my goal today. So good luck, everyone, and I see you all in a very short time. Time's up! And Sam here! Sam's here! Okay, I saw this when I just started. I believe she came in around when we had 7 minutes left or so. And I saw this and I was like, yay! And I was like, I need to focus. But yay! Hi Sam, how are you? I was just checking your YouTube page before I started to stream. I believe I was checking at around 5. Like, did you post a new video? How is your progress? So I was wondering, but now I can ask you myself, even though I spoke to you, I believe last Thursday. I can't remember. No, last Tuesday, I believe. But I just wanted to ask, how are you? How's everything going? Hi. Okay, I'm just really hyped up today, and I have a lot of sugar lying around here, so I'm a bit hyped. I'm going to count how much words I wrote this sprint. Let's put everything back to a normal thingy so I'm not getting distracted. So Sam says, "Hey, hello, I'm late. I'm excited to be joining now. Good luck, everyone." And Toad says, "Hi, Sam. Nice to see you again." I was thinking the exactly same thing. Okay, I'm way too hyped up today. I'm not sure if that's because I have a day of a week off after this week, or that it's the sugar, or that I'm just happy because the sun is shining. I'm just really in a good mood today. Maybe it's because I had an amazing day at work. My students had a test, and some students just did it amazingly well, and I'm so proud. I wrote 169 words this sprint, which is okay. I can live with that. I need to fill this in. This is what you get when you're as hyped up as I am during the night, almost night. And my total for today is 921. I always forget that I'm checking this in complete instead of my last sprint. Done with the mumbling, and I don't know what else I'm doing. Whoa, let's see. A lot of messages. Yay! Hi, it's great to see you all again. I'm doing great. I hope you are too. Yay! I'm a bit behind in posting my schedule on my posting schedule on YouTube, but I should have another video up over the weekend. Thanks for asking. Yes, I'm going to check out. I'm going to put that in my calendar because I'm really looking forward towards it. You had a very nice video last time, so I'm really looking forward to it. Dude says, I've got around 120 words this sprint. Very nice, dude. So I'm going to search for another piece of candy that I'm going to eat. Oh, normally I don't eat during streams, Sam, but I ordered a lot of candy. And last week, I believe. It's mostly candy from America, so we get it here in the Netherlands, but it takes a while. And now I'm eating because I'm really curious. But I got home, I had dinner, and then I started to set everything up for the live stream. And now I'm live streaming, and afterwards I'm going to bed. So I couldn't taste anything, and I was very curious. So I decided to put something on a plate and eat it now. And I also had sushi, but that's a very long story about someone who is selling fish, local stuff. Doesn't matter. I had sushi. It was great. Now I have this. This is still great. I'm still very happy. Okay, and now I need to calm down. Dude says, how is your story progressing, Sam? Yes, that's something that I'm curious about also. Fun. I think it's fun that Dude is writing about someone who is missing, and Sam is writing about someone. I believe it was a fantasy story about a woman going into a portal, and her daughter was kidnapped. Dude, are you searching for Sam's missing story person's daughter? That was very bad English, very bad sentence, but doesn't matter. Sam says, nice word count, it's going alright. I wrote a fun scene yesterday and I'm picking up just after that scene today. Yay! And dude, I asked you a question before we started writing, and then I started writing, But I was wondering, uh, do you already know who kidnapped the person who your main character is searching for? So you're writing a detective, and I know that your main character, oh yeah, that there was a person missing, and he was or she. You still didn't tell me. Was it a man or a woman? But uh, they were still alive. But I'm wondering, why are they kidnapped? Do you have a reason why they are kidnapped? Is it um, really a target? Did the kidnapper choose this person like a target, or was it a random event? Wrong place, wrong time. I need money. Whoa. How's your story going? Um, I believe I'm almost at the end. I think my main character is giving birth in about 8 to 10 weeks. I'm not pretty sure when she's giving birth, but I know that that is going to go a bit wrong. So like, yay, I'm giving birth, and then it's like the next moment she's just brought to the operation room, to the CU. Oh, seriously. Oh, my brain is just poof, it's gone. Um, but she needs to get surgery to get the babies out because it isn't going well with her. It isn't going well with the babies. Lots of panic. I once talked to somebody who had this experience in real life, and I'm going to use this to try to get it a bit to feel real because I'm not a mother, so I'm not sure. I don't even know how it feels to be pregnant. So giving birth, I don't know. But that's where she is at this moment. And what else? She's giving birth, and then the antagonist, so the guy who wants to steal her children, decides that he can accept living with her and the other guy in the same house, and it's ending there. It's having a very happy ending. It's just going to get a lot of struggles now. So that's something that I'm figuring out. I think that if I, if I could write all day, sometimes I have days that I can't do this, but it isn't going this great at the moment. So like my Saturdays and Sundays, if I have time off, that I can write around 10K, then I think I would be finished after the weekend. And I need to start something else. Woo! Lots of people. Let's say, what are you saying? Because I'm curious. Um. Oh yes, it was a bit of a wrong place, wrong time. You make me very curious, dude. Because I said it before. I really love a good murder investigation or a good investigation of whatever they are searching. So if you ever going to publish this, I want you to give me all the signals, send me messages, send me smoke, I don't know, smoke signs, everything. I want to read this. I will be watching. I'm going to check my window from now on. Um, it's just read through your only messages in chat, dude. Sounds like you make some good ground in your story. So I believe that dude is working very hard, yes. For now, my mind is set on a psycho person, but might change that a bit because I think a psycho person is not doing so well in hiding people. Easier for finding clues, but maybe not for the best. How old? Or I'm still wondering. the kidnapped person, is it a man or a woman? I can't remember if you told me already because I'm a bit forgetting everything. If it was targeted, then I feel I have to use the usual stuff like for money or to get something. I get this. That's what I was saying about the song Genie. Is he kidnapping her because he's in love with her? Because that's something, getting something. Or because she's rich? I think that having someone kidnapped that isn't. Oh no, if someone is kidnapped and a detective is searching for something and they don't have the normal clues like letters that the kidnapper sent or something like that, you at least have something exciting. But I'm curious for your motive. But also, I'm a bit worried because if you tell me everything, I won't enjoy it as much. That's my main problem with books. When someone spoils a book for you, it's really hard. If you ever go to get it published or put it online, or I don't know what you're going to do with it, I'm here. I want this. And I want to know. I have way too much of those detective stories on my bookshelf. I already had the Elizabeth George series and CSI, even though I still need to read some of the CSI series. And then, unfortunately, my father in law passed away, and I got these books when he died. These are Dutch detective series called Banger. And the saddest part about it is that I didn't know that he liked these books because then we had a great topic to talk about. And well, that's something that I still need to read those. But they're on my list. I know a student of mine is reading them at this moment, or she was reading them a few weeks ago. Don't know if she's still reading them because there are a lot of news. And she was really hyped and happy about it. So I think I'm going to read them in the future. So I have a topic to talk with her about because most of the students come to me to talk about books. Why should that be? I'm going to pick our next card and then we're going to do some more writing because we just need to. Another short one, 7 minutes. I believe that we had this one already also. I believe that I'm always picking the same cards. Maybe I'm going to let this one out. But the card, it has a snake on it and the Dutch word for snake is slang. De slang is iets afschuwelijks. Bewaakt uw lijf en voet. Voor valsaards en verraders. Wees immer op uw hoed. Yes. I'm not going to complain again about these cards, dude, because you heard me do this the last two times. But it's translated a bit like the snake is something horrible. Protect your body and your stuff, values for traitors and liars. Be aware. Enemies of the air, beware. 7 minutes. So I'm going to put this up and also check what Tude is saying. A woman 24 and her kidnapper is a male 28. For now, I have written that the kidnapper struggled his life with a lot of things and that made him a bit frustrated and not really cared anymore. So yesterday I was watching YouTube and I found this woman who made Save the Cat writes a novel. So if you don't know what it is, Save the Cat is a method of writing, and in all the good movies you see this method coming. So after around 10%, your hero has something that's going to happen, uh, a life-changing event or something. I still want this book. Going to buy it one day. I hopefully can. Hopefully it's in Dutch, but otherwise I need to read it in English. and then it takes a bit longer. But the idea is that you give your antagonist, so in your case, the person who, the kidnapper, a trait why that a reason that we can like them. So I believe in I don't know. She had an example, but I can't remember. She says it's like saving a cat. So you can be a horrible person, but because you saved a cat in the beginning of your story, people will still like you. And I'm searching for an example of this. Um, I don't believe that in Harry Potter you I don't think that Voldemort is really the right person to use this thing on, but I believe that Snape is someone that you can use for this. So he had a rough childhood, and at the end he saved Harry, and he saved him in the first story by um, counter cursing his room, and Harry finds out at some point. So he's likable, but he's also unlikable. I'm wondering, and you can tell me after this, what did you do to make your kidnapper likable? So I see you gave him a lot of struggles, something at home that made his life worse, something like that. I'm curious. I don't need to. I'm just way too curious. I want to ask you a lot of things because I like these kind of stories, but then I'm probably over asking because you're still writing, and sometimes you don't know. We're going to write, and you can find out, and then you can tell me because I'm still curious. I'm going to pick another candy so I can keep quiet for 7 minutes. Good luck, everyone, and I see you all in a bit. Time's up. I don't know if time was up along or that I just missed it because I was just getting to the point um, of the next important scene in my story. And I was writing towards it and I was going to write the dialogue now. So I don't know if times was up a long time ago or not. I don't know. But well, we're here now. I'm going to check my work count. Sometimes I'm not sure what I'm doing. um, oh wait, I'm just really, I'm getting, what was I going to, oh yeah, I'm really getting a bit crazy of my own head at this moment because I'm really hyped up. So I'm over a K today, but I just wrote 134 words for the sprint, which really isn't a lot. I was really struggling with my scene because I was writing that my main character and the baby daddies were going to buy a nursery and a stroller, and then my main person started crying again, and my antagonist was again judging her for it, even though those are hormonal cries. But it's very fun. Everyone is so frustrated at this moment in my story. I don't know why that they all are so tense, but I'm going to fix it in the next scene. And then we're going to have one happy scene that you think, oh, it's going good, and now they're going to be happy forever. And then I'm going to almost murder my main character. She will survive, but it's very heavy, and then I have my endpoint. 5k, maybe 6. Me knowing me, it will be 10, but then I'm done with my story. And even though I love my story, it makes me happy that I'm going to an end with it. Let's see. Good luck, good luck. That was before, even though I missed it. Sam got 129 this time, very nice. And Toot got 110. Well done! Yay! Okay, I'm really looking forward to my next scene because the baby daddies are going to tell her that they have to break contract, and she will react very funny. They will get pissed, and then they realize what she's saying, and they will be happy. And then we have a happy scene with a pregnancy photo shoot because I always think they are cute, but I always think, how can you feel comfortable doing a shoot like that? All those women look so, I don't know, they look so happy and so glowy in those pictures, and then I think when I see people around me who are pregnant, they are a lot of complaining. I'm tired. I have to pee again. Mostly it's I have to pee again. I worked with a colleague at the time. She was pregnant, and she would she had very sweet students. You could leave them alone for an hour and not worry about it. But she was walking around 3 times an hour, just, I'm going to pee again, I'm going to pee again. At one point, I thought she should change classrooms with another teacher so she was closer to the toilet, which was, I thought it was very funny. She just hated it. So then I see people in the middle of the woods with those photo shoots, and I think, how are you going to pee there? Yes, that's seriously something I wonder when I see those pregnancy pictures. But I think they're really cute, so I really wanted to give my main character that experience and make her happy and have that one lovely, happy moment before life flashes before her eyes. Related to your question, I like to save that until the end of the story. Why did he become like that, and what was his motivation to kidnap that person? Is better to find out in the end. I agree with you because if you tell them right away, it won't be fun. I believe it's all about the story. Sometimes it's really fun to just read and know the murderer's motives right away. Sometimes it's just ruining the story. I once read a book from Elizabeth George, who I can't remember which book it was. Doesn't matter, but it was a very weird book. I really loved her books, but this book was just very confusing because it started with a woman who was writing a letter telling everything she was doing in that letter, so that already confused me. And every few chapters, we got a new letter, a new continuing part of the letter. And in the end, she reveals who the murderer is. And I was reading it and I really hated those parts. At the end, I realized why she put all those stupid things in, and I was like, okay, this was very well played. But I can't remember what book it is. I read a lot of her books. I read a lot of crime books, but sometimes it's most of the times it's better to keep it a secret. Haha, yeah, towards the end of pregnancy is a bit rough. It's definitely not as euphoric as those photos let on. I believe your word for it. I really want children one day. But and I think those pregnancy photos are very pretty. I know an old classmate of mine, someone that I went to school with in middle school, I believe, had this pregnancy shoot of her second pregnancy. So she had a shoot, and her husband was on the pictures, and also her younger, her already born son, who was 2 or 3 years old in those pictures. And it's so cute. And when I see that, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. But then I think you're in an abandoned factory. And that's really the one thing I think. How are you going to pee? Maybe it's because I have a lot of colleagues, especially that one who had to run across the hall every time to go to the toilet. But I know most of the people I meet who are pregnant are still saying just, I'm going to pee, I'm going to pee. And I'm like, okay, sounds like fun. But I give you a small hint. Yay! He liked the girl for years, but that girl did not like him back as in lovers. They were just friends. He started to get frustrated and due to some reasons. So just my idea of when I'm reading what you're saying, he probably kidnapped someone who looks like her or acts like her or has the same, I don't know, scent of hair shampoo thingy, same smell of shampoo. Okay, I'm trying to. Why would I kidnap someone? He basically snapped at some point. That's mostly with those weird people who are murdering others or kidnapping others. I don't know. I've never kidnapped anyone. I can imagine being pregnant at one point, but I can't imagine kidnapping someone at one day. At a random point thinking, hey, I want this person to be mine forever without their saying, well, brain, relax. It's just going doink, 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 doink in my head. My mom once joked and said that my sister has attention deficit hyperactive disorder. I don't know what the short version is in English, but sometimes when I'm writing and I'm happy, like now, then my brain just goes everywhere. So I really need to stick to my own story because now I'm thinking of reasons why I could kidnap someone and then make a story of it. I'm going to do this in the future because I'm already having a great idea just about kidnapping, not someone, more of someone who gets kidnapped. And I already know where to start the story. Okay, see, now I get distracted. It's my problem that when I see these amazing ideas, I my brain thinks, what would I do with this idea? But talking about kidnapped people, before I'm going to pick another card. Sam, I know that your main character is searching for her daughter in the story because she is kidnapped. It was, yes, it was like that, I believe. Has she found her already, or is she still searching for her? Dude says, no, totally random. And now and as he now crossed the line and does not know what to do next. Stop kidnapping people. That's a great idea to start with. But yeah, I think that's illogical. If you don't plan to kidnap someone, then it's pretty hard. I'm going to try this thing because I really want to. Holy crap! I feel myself getting fatter while eating this. Mm. Ooh, this is sweet. That's intense. I wonder if the girl he liked is still around or something happened to her. And that's why he snapped. Woo! That's also a good point. It says, if I chose a girl he liked, then it would be easy for the detective. Why? Okay, no, I was asking too many questions, but the detective doesn't know who kidnapped the woman. Doesn't matter. You probably are a lot better in this than I am because when I'm reading detective books, some I figure out. Sometimes I'm like, I know who the murderer is. We, when I was watching a lot of television back in the days, few years ago, my boyfriend and I watched a lot of crime series like NCIS and Hawaii Five O and some other stuff. Bones? I believe we watched Bones. I didn't like Bones, but um, in all those series, they have to find out who the murderer is and how the victim died and that kind of stuff, or where someone is held hostage. And then I was pretty good at it. I was like, I think he's the murderer, and most of the times I was right. Now, when I'm reading books, I can be like, everyone is the murderer. I'm so sure, and then I find out that it's the only person that I didn't realize could be the murderer. Yay! So I'm really looking forward to once seeing your story in paper so I can hold it, I can read it, and I can fangirl about it because crime stories, I love them. Sam says, I'm also curious what made the girl he did kidnap stand out to him. This is really cool story. Yeah, I completely get that. I meant, did something happen to her, like she died in a car accident, and that sent him on a tailspin, which caused him to lease out. I'm so curious, lol. Yeah, dude, you're making us very curious here because you're really good at hiding this. And also, I believe that it's a good way to write a detective with some secrets, but I love it. I just love detective stories. So you make me very curious to find out one day. I really hope you publish this so I can read it and find out. Me too. Me too. So two people who want to read your story. So I should not spoil too much. Haha. Wanted to answer some questions. Yes, I'm really happy with what you answered because telling about your story when you're still drafting and writing is not always very easy because a lot of people, I know that I was doing this right before I'm going to say this, so I'm sorry, but are like, oh, you can do this and you can do that, and is this why this and this why? And I know that's very irritating, but also I'm just really hyped up. But I'm happy that you wanted to share a bit because I have a better idea of what your story is about, and I know that I want to read this in the future. But I wanted to pick a card and eat this thing, which is very sweet. And then I'm going to write again. Next Thursday I can't write because we finally get some things to do in the Netherlands again, so we can go have a drink with one other person. And we, as a team, decided to split up and use the whole outside of a bar or a restaurant to sit, so we can all sit the as much apart as we need to and have a drink because we don't see each other at work anymore. So I need to find something out when I'm going to do my live sprints next week. I don't know. I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. Trying to be more relaxed next time. We're going to do another writing sprint because I'm also looking forward to finishing my story. We have 14 minutes on the clock. Oh, this is a sad picture. It don't know if you can see it. It has 14 minutes. It has foxes, and the young baby foxes are eating a goose. I think it's a goose or a swan. And fox, it's about a fox is a vos, and it says Vosje, which is the name of my pet rabbit that I had when I was young, but it means little fox. Vosje means little fox. Voorzichtig zijn, zo maant u, het vosje sluw en fijn. Vertrouw niet te lichtzinnig wie om u heen zijn. Be careful, discard alerts, because the fox is clever. Don't trust too lightly the people who are around you. I like this card. It sounds really mean. Sam says, "Thank you for sharing the little you did. It sounds really good." Yeah, dude, you should really, if you are not considering this already, you should really consider to publish this story once you have it done. Because yes, I'm really happy. Sam's really happy. So you already have two people who will buy your book. Yay! We're going to write for 14 minutes. I think then I'm done for today because I need to go to bed early because I'm always tired. And I get tired of my own. So I'm going to put on my headphones and then we're going to start. I don't know why people are sending me weird text messages at this moment. But we're going to write. Good luck, everyone. Last print of the evening. Time's up! I was losing my mouse again. But this time I was on time, and then I was searching for my cursor and lost it, and yay! I'm happy. I'm not sure how much that I wrote because I forgot to put the thingy so that I know where I was. Um, here. So I wrote 477 words, and I'm in the middle of my problematic scene, which I'm really enjoying. It has a lot to do with contracts and stuff and legal stuff. And when I was figuring this out, I was already looking forward to writing this because it has to do with changing a contract um, during the contract, and if how it's possible and if it's possible and what you need to do. So it was very technical to read, but I enjoyed it, and now I think that it's going to become very uh, thorough, but and also very believable in my story. Let's put the banner out and put this screen on because I like the screen more. Let's zoom, let's zoom, let's zoom. Bum, bum, bum. Good luck, good luck. Dude got 384 words. Very nice, dude. And Sam got 194 this time round. Got a little stuck. Nice. Yay! Um, why are you stuck? I'm still very curious. Mostly about if your main character is finding her daughter. How far are you in your story? That's what I'm mostly curious about at this moment. For me, I'm really just in the middle of of the scene that I think is very cute and very nice, and I'm really looking forward to finish this. I know that I can do this today, which pisses me off a bit because of my time. But well, nice. No yay, lol. No yay, no yay. Okay. Dude says, oh, a lot of stuff. I wanted to rewrite some parts later on. I'm not fully happy on the place where she is abducted. Outside of a restaurant dining area, one of the clues that he, I think they, saw the car a couple of times. Interesting. But, well, I don't know if you do if this is your first camp or your first NaNoWriMo, but everyone says you can't edit a blank page. And every word you write now is something you can edit and make better. And that's the most important part. We have 2 months after this to edit a lot, May and June, and then we have our new NaNoWriMo, new camp. But I understand mostly when you're writing the first thing, you really wanted to change some things up while writing them. But the issue with that part is that it's so hard to sell that there's are no other cameras that have seen him or the car. I understand that, but so she is abducted. Oh, she wait. I'm going back to your message. She's abducted out of sight of a restaurant, and now your problem is that she is that there aren't any surveillance cameras or something around. hmm so I'm now already thinking, what could it be? So mostly those cameras work at night, so that's a bit of a problem. I'm going to think about that. and then can tell you your how to help you with your problem. But at the moment, I'm still in the part of the story before her daughter goes missing. Then it's hard to find her already. But I got stuck because I realized halfway through the scene that the scene itself was unnecessary. I get this. I really get this. Sometimes I'm writing and I'm like, nobody cares. I was watching some guy on YouTube, James something. I can't remember what the last part of his name was. I remember that he's an Englishman and that he had some very good writing advice. But he was saying something in the short video like, when you're doing NaNoWriMo, you are putting a lot of unnecessary scenes or even chapters in your story just to hit your word count goal. And I was like, I don't do that. I won't. I'm very. And then I saw what I was writing and I was like, this is an unnecessary scene. I think that for me, the problem is that I really want to tell a bit more than I need to. I don't know if that's the same problem with you, Sam, that you really want to help your audience to feel more connected to the story, but in the end, it's all your planning and your stuff that you have in the back of your mind because you know your characters very well and you're dealing with trying to get enough information that your story seems real and like a whole, and otherwise not giving too much information and making boring scenes. And that's my struggle. At least that's my struggle. So I'm wondering if someone else, maybe Toot or you, Sam, is struggling with that exact same feeling. And I realized, I don't know which book I read, but I saw that someone said you don't need to describe every scene very thoroughly. And I was reading this, I think it was Stephen King, about living and writing, something like that. Dutch book is over leven en schrijven, so I think it's living and writing, but I'm not sure. I was reading that and I was like, yeah, I understand this. And then I read a book from Elizabeth George, who is very thorough with describing a scene, a bit too thorough at some points, but I was wondering if the two ever got to sit together and talk about writing. I want to be in that room. I really want to see their discussion. Like, if you're describing a bar, you just need to describe the person they are walking towards a bit and something that's interesting in that bar. You don't need to describe everything. Elizabeth George. They are going to have dinner there, so I describe every piece of every wall thingy, every uh, painting, every carpet, every piece of wood in the room. I describe the scent, the smell. Scent and smell is the same thing. The scent, the taste, if you can taste something, um, the people, but also the people on the painting. What do you think that they are feeling? She's sometimes a bit overwriting, and Stephen King is sometimes a bit underwriting if you compare those two. So I'm wondering, is that your okay? I'm just babbling like a baboon, but I'm wondering, is that your problem? Like, you really want to give your audience, the reader, some background information that isn't really necessary, or am I the only one who is struggling with this? This is really weird because I see that there are messengers and I can't see them at the same point, which is confusing. I'm going to try and check if I can put them on screen. Yay! I keep reminding myself that I can always add the scene later. So if I find a scene not to be very descriptive, I can go back later and add on. The opposite is true though. Yes, this exactly. I get it. I tend to be both an overrider and an underwriter at the same time. So I'm just making a conclusion, not sure if I'm right. You're writing too much scenes, but if you're an underwriter, I think you're not describing scenes enough or not giving enough information. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I know for me, I'm an overwriter, very much, but I forget to describe things. So for this story, I tried to do this in my first draft. Just say, and there's a painting on the wall of the book that she wrote, of the name of the map of the book that she wrote when she was this and this age, or she had a very um, old furniture in her living room, but she only used this living room to entertain um, not important guests but um, colleagues and stuff. And she had her own living room, cozy and comfy, with lavender on the uh, on bookcase. On the bookcase, that was it. Because normally I write a scene, or I even wrote at some points. I wrote. I can't remember 2 or 3 chapters, and I let them. I gave them to someone to check them out because someone was curious, and they read it, and they were like, "I really like this. I have no idea where they are. You just say they're at. I believe that story was taking place at a hotel or something." And he was like, "I know that it's a hotel, and I know where they are if they are in the lobby or at uh, at a room, but I don't know what kind of room. Is it an expensive one or a cheap one? How does the lobby look?" And I was like, "Oh." And then he said, "But you really have a lot of information about what the characters are doing that isn't really necessary." And I'm like, "Okay, I need to work on this. I know that I need to work on this." But I'm trying to get a bit more information about my main characters at this point. Tweet says, no, I had the same struggle. Too much detail to something and not having much value for the story. Luckily, we're not alone. Yep, like the scene I just wrote was described well enough, but is rendered unnecessary because the character they were trying to save should probably be dead already based on the severity on. I need another letter type because this one isn't working very nicely with my screen. So, uh, whoa. Oh, this explains the severity of the wound. Oh, okay. I was like the severity of what? What am I missing? But um, so you are trying to have a lot of things happen while someone is dying. That's how I see it. Um, so I either need to change the scene or I need to shorten the scene. Then the question is, how important is it that the things that are happening at that time, at that moment? If they aren't very necessary at that moment, sometimes you can place something a bit later on in the story or a bit earlier, then you can just shorten it up. Oh, sorry, that was my alarm that says go clean up and go to bed. But otherwise, you can. I would change the severity. I would just change the wound because, well, if it's important for the story, people can die a bit slower. Hmm. You're also all writing such interesting stories. Every time I'm talking to people and they're telling me about a story, I'm just really wondering what I should do in this situation, and mostly because everyone is writing something completely different. Like Tude is writing a detective, you are writing fantasy. I believe that um, I know that 2 times ago we had someone last week, I can't remember, someone who was writing a story for adults about an 11-year old boy with a pet fish. And I'm always trying to figure out how I would write these stories, and also I'm always curious about what is the end result. I'm going to put these down because I'm drawing with them and it looks weird, and I'm still a bit hyped. And I'm going to close up, mostly because I'm going to have a little party with my students tomorrow. They worked really hard, and I promised if they all got good grades, we could eat cake and celebrate. So my colleague is going to get cake and sprinkles, and tomorrow after uh, we start with something in the morning. I can't remember what. I believe it's biology, and then after our break, we'll stay outside, have some cake, have some sprinkles, have some fun. The other class just finished with their, I don't know, final exams for primary school. I don't know if they even have this in America, but it's a test to check all kinds of stuff to see what kind of middle school our children will be joining, attending. So we will have a party tomorrow, and I want to be awake because sometimes I'm more busy with my story than with other things. So I'm going to close off because I can talk here for hours and you make me so happy. So that's a problem. That's exciting. Have fun celebrating. I will. I'm also interested to your stories, Sam and Elmi. Sounds fun and also nice to see that you both make good progress. Thank you, Teet. For now, I'm going to close off. Next Tuesday, I will be streaming again. Next Thursday, I won't. I don't have the time because I'm going to do something fun with my colleagues before we have a break. I think I will write on Friday, last day of NaNoWriMo, if I'm not done already with my story, or maybe I just stream because I think it's fun. So maybe I'll see you around next time, I hope, but if you don't have time, I understand this also. And thank you for being here. Thank you for making me so happy. And have a nice evening or day. I don't know where you are in the world. And I hope to see you all soon. Bye! And now my computer is doing weird again.